This was left for me.
It has coupons on the back.
Did you know that June is Potty Training Awareness Month?
Okay.
So why was this left for me?
I don't know. It says get ready to potty train like a big kid, Gene.
Like a big kid,
Maybe someone's trying to send you a message?
That's what I'm wondering here, why this is in here. So, Kandese is here. You had a busy week so far with all kinds of fun going on. And so we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. Michael will be here from the museum. Well, he won't be here. He'll be on the phone, but we'll be talking about the history of Artesia. There's that company that I think they're called Sky, but they spell it S-C-E-Y-E.
Okay.
And they're the ones that have the big hangar with the blimp.
Oh, okay.
And apparently they were doing some of their testing of their high-altitude ships, and they are going to do a drone deal at the UFO Festival in Roswell.
Oh, fun.
There's like two different stories here, and I'm trying to find... I saw the drone part, but apparently what they're going to do is like a drone maneuver. Let's see. The UFO Museum is sponsoring the parade by donating monetary awards. Okay, Jennings said the city felt it was important to find the right thing to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the alleged crash. Well, that's a lie right there. There was no alleged crash.
There was a crash.
There was a crash.
We know the truth.
Yes, we do. Let's see. The first recipients, Friedman. Okay, that's the Stanton Friedman story. I actually got to meet him before he passed away, obviously. Let's see.
Paperclip your clippings together there, Gene.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Every year the flight is a big deal. Vestigard Friendson is who they interviewed for this. He's with the Sky Company. New Mexico Environment Department has been studying. Well, where did I read about the drones? I thought maybe... Okay, who knows where I read that?
I was just there, actually, at the UFO Museum.
Were you?
Because they took Gunhild and her children to the museum for them to see.
So, do they believe now?
Oh, yeah. The daughter bought bumper stickers for her new car that says, we know the truth, and like, the very shiny Area 51 pass, and totally loved it.
Awesome. We're going to be there for the UFO Festival. Mike's going to be doing his morning show from there a couple of days. Clyde Lewis, who does the Ground Zero show that you hear on this station and a Roswell station, we're flying him in.
Oh, cool.
He's going to do his nationally syndicated radio show from the UFO Museum on Friday night.
Awesome.
And we're working on the Thursday location where he's going to broadcast from. We've got a plan A and a plan B. Hopefully plan A, but if not, we have plan B.
There you go.
And here's where it is. This I think is part of the honoring of Stanton Friedman, who passed away in 2019. He will be the first to be honored as a part of the city of Roswell's Walk of Fame.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then there's going to be a drone show sponsored by the company Sky Element. So it's not the people doing the blimps. The Sky is in the name, but it's a different company. So they're going to use drones. The drones will form figures in the night sky, morphing from a weather balloon to a UFO, military symbols, and the New Mexico and American flags.
Awesome.
So
that's a lot of drones.
That's a lot of drones. Yeah. The company made a $70,000 sponsorship as a part of the city's UFO festival.
Wow.
So I guess they bought the opportunity to do a drone parade to showcase their drones.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you can do that, why not?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool that they're going to be... So that's where I saw that. I saw the blimp thing, and I thought, well, maybe they're going to fly about 6 or 8 blimps and make it form into a UFO. But the blimp thing's a different thing. But the UFO festival, they're going to do the drone concerts.
Highlighter.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, I have my red pen. So how was Gun Held? Did she?
Oh my gosh, she was amazing. We had someone drive 6 hours just to see her.
Great.
So a lot of out of town people, not so many in town, but she was worth coming to see. And it wasn't just that you got to sit and see her. We actually, everyone was on stage with her. She played a song request, danced with everybody. They got to meet her kids and our musicians that came from the local area as well, and get autographs. We had food. People had fun at the tables. And, of course, Hotel Artesia was amazing, and they did our cash bar. So we had a really great time.
So what was the password?
Cats meow.
That's
you knock
2
3
words.
times. Cats meow.
Cats meow.
It was the password.
Okay.
Passwords. Cats meow.
So you knocked 3 times.
And people did really good knocks. Really good knocks. At the back door. You came in through the back door. Yeah.
So did anybody not have the password? Did you have to?
No, I put it on.
anyone?
I put it on our chalkboards and put them outside. So if you didn't read anything, I put them in 2 places. One at the front door, just in case people went to the front first, to tell them where to go and then what to do, and then another one in the back that said what to do. So there was no confusion.
Hopefully, no confusion.
Yeah, no, there was no confusion. Yeah.
Because I would have probably gone up, knocked twice, and said, "Dogs bark."
I'd be like, okay, Jane, just come inside.
Well, that's great. So hopefully that turned out to be a good fundraiser, too.
Oh, yeah. We're having fun. Yeah. So I picked Gun Held up on Monday. Her flight got in at 9 in the evening. So, I was up at Roswell, got her
when Clyde's
settled.
flight will be coming in, is in the 9 o'clock flight.
Yeah. So we got her in, got her settled. They were very excited. They came the next day, rehearsed with the musicians, then performed that evening. We have some clips up on Facebook.
Okay.
And it was really good. Oh, and she got to meet Penguin, the rooster. And there's some video of her and Penguin. That was worth the trip
right there,
yeah. She put her and Penguin up on her socials, and everyone's like, who's the rooster? And so...
That's Penguin.
Yeah, Kelly Magnuson has had a great time being like, the Penguin the rooster, he's famous. So, right. So he got to be on stage with her, too, so that was a lot of fun.
Did he have the T-Rex arms on?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he didn't.
The last time I saw the rooster Penguin, he had his T-Rex arms on.
Yeah, no, he just was looking sleek and fancy for our fancy night out. And then the paint party last night was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
And so we have family bingo tonight.
Tonight, okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
And so we have 109 bingo cards. And Kelly Magnuson and Penguin will be calling out our numbers for us tonight. Yeah. So, yeah. And we'll have some refreshments, but it's 3 to 5 family members for $55 at 6 p.m. this evening.
Okay.
And
that includes the refreshments.
That includes the refreshments.
And a bingo card for each?
Yeah. Each person gets a bingo card. If you want extra bingo cards, they're $5.
Okay.
But everyone that you don't have to pay for them extra depending on how many people you get. Everybody gets a card.
Everybody gets to play along.
Yes.
Do that. Okay, and you got the bingo. Now, do you just have the cage, or do you have one with air? Or
we have a cage.
You have a cage.
We have a cage. Yeah.
And you made sure that all of the
numbers are there?
Yes.
Yes, we got all of the numbers. We're not going to cheat you out of your B5.
You never call B1.
B5. Yeah, so we have that. And then on Friday is trivia night. 1920 is trivia night.
Okay.
And that's at 6:30, and it's $55 for a 4-person team.
Okay.
And you'll have to get the Kahoot app. We'll be doing that. The CLC has helped us with that. And then our end is the murder mystery.
Yes.
Yes, and it's a brunch.
Okay.
And it's at 11 a.m., and it's $75 for a single or $135 for a couple, and that includes all your food and drinks. So you're not paying anything extra outside of that.
Especially for the bottomless mimosas.
Yeah, so the mimosas are as much as we have mimosa for. So if you are one person and you drink our whole thing of mimosas...
How guilty would you feel?
Yeah, so be responsible with the mimosas. It's not that kind of party.
Do you, is the Roadrunner Cafe doing
Yes, Roadrunner is doing our food. And so it's going to be at the Best Western Pecos Inn. It's the only one that's not at the Ocotillo in the Sala.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I didn't have to set up tables for. Yay. Yeah.
So the $75 single, $135 couple for the murder mystery brunch that includes the meal, which is the brunch with the Roadrunner, and then the bottomless mimosas. Don't get too carried away.
Yeah, don't get carried away.
So do you, when the murder mystery happens, it's not a play.
No.
But is there a setup?
So a lot of the characters are cast by the Ocotillo Comedy Troupe. We do have a few open to people who bought tickets, and they have they get a card like Kelly brought that one day that gives them their background, right? And so if you're the murderer, you know you're the murderer, right? And so you guys, everyone will sit and eat and mingle. It's a mingling event, so you have to ask questions and take notes, which will have notepads and pens for you.
Okay.
And then when time's up, and then everyone's like gets to do their best sleuth and like proro, and I think it was so and so who did it, and then we'll discover if everybody's right at the end. So yeah.
So there's no like setup performance or anything like that.
No.
So the characters introduce themselves, or they are introduced.
Yes.
And then they mingle about while you're eating and drinking mimosas.
Yes.
And
I'll be hosting, so I'm actually not a character for once. So I'll be walking around for questions and if people need help.
Okay. And then through your series of questions and the other questions that you hear other people ask,
yes,
you will attempt to deduce
who it is.
It's
like a really big interactive game of Clue. Because if you're playing a really good game of Clue, you're not only paying attention to the cards that you've got in your hand, you're like listening to what everyone else is, you kind of have to observe too. My husband says that's cheating, and I told him it's not.
No, observing is not cheating.
It's not.
That's just called paying attention.
I know. He gets mad because I win.
Because you listen.
I listen and I observe. So yeah, so it's really fun. And that's also the day that the silent auction ends.
Okay.
So let's say you're like, I don't really want to do any of this. Well, you can still come by and participate in the silent auction. We've got some really great stuff.
So where are the silent auction items right now?
They're at the Ocotillo.
They're at the Ocotillo. Can somebody bid on them now, or do you have to go to one of these events?
No, you can come in anytime. I had one. She's like, I'm here. I want to bid. And so, because she couldn't come to anything this week because she had stuff in the evenings. So she came in and bid. And we have one who's really adamant about getting one of the items. And she's like, I will call you, because she's out of town. I will call you on Saturday to see if anyone's outbid me, and then I will outbid them.
Oh,
so yeah. So people are pretty excited. We've got some really good stuff.
Okay, can you give us a couple of?
So we have everything from a really beautiful sun catcher that was worked by Lindsay Waugh, who does the wire working and the crowns and stuff. She also has a bid out for a custom piece. And it'll depend on how much your bid is. Depends on what kind of piece you can get. We have the one that's being bid on is actually Kelly, Speckart, and Chris. They will come and cook dinner for 6. And so
like to your house?
Yeah, at your house. And so her mom is very adamant about winning that. And and then we have another one.
Does she like bring the food and everything, or do you have to have the food?
No, like it's cooked by our board member.
Or does she come and just whatever's in the fridge? She has to make a fancy meal out of what's in your fridge.
No, it's a specific meal. I do believe it's steak. So yeah, steak dinner.
Because there wouldn't be much in my fridge to work
they
with.
come to you. Then we have our Santa, whatever Santa we get this year. He'll do a home visit.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, and maybe bring your elf on the shelf if that's what you want.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we have that, and then I'm thinking we have tons of stuff. Custom piece by Kirsten Mortson.
You could have, if you have kids, you could have Santa come to the house and look at the kids' room and say,
oh, no, you need to clean, or no presents for you. You're going to be
on the list here if this doesn't get straightened out.
Yeah, so we'll be working with our Santa to do that. And so we have, a movie night at the theater for 5, at limit 5 to max of 100 is a bid item.
And you just bring whatever movie you want to watch, or
it has to be streamable or played on a DVD player.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so we have that up movie night. The option to cut the ribbon for us when we do our reopening for the lobby once all of that's finished. So ribbon cutting is another option. So we've got some really cool, unique items.
It's a silent auction, so you see what it is, you see what other people have bid, you put your bid in, and then so it sounds like if you really want to make sure that you win,
you come to Murder Mystery. Yes.
Because whatever you bid today or tomorrow could get outbid when everybody shows up for the deal on Saturday. Do you buy advance tickets online, or can you buy them?
You can buy advance tickets online, or you can come to the door. We are planning for 80, so if you want to make sure you're one of the 80, you can go ahead and buy online. Everything's ready. If you don't even have to search for anything, I put everything on, like, with buttons on the homepage. So you just scroll down the homepage and you click on what you want. And if you have trouble, you can always give us a call.
Yeah, and you're there to help out with all that.
Yes.
Have you tonight's the family bingo?
Yes.
Tomorrow, Friday night's the trivia.
Yes.
1920s themed trivia. You don't have a teaser question for me. That's all on the app, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all on the app.
All on the app. Okay.
Yeah,
so
and thankfully, Jade and Kelly worked on that, so that was something I didn't have to. So I don't even know. I can't even give you answers.
Yeah.
I just can tell you probably Hoover will be an answer.
Well, he was president at one point during the 20s, and poor guy happened to be in the wrong place at the right time.
Yes.
He was president when the market crashed. And,
so Hoover, so you can, I'm sure, yes.
And he's like the only presidential library I've ever been to, because he was from Iowa. And I grew up in Iowa, and so one of the things you have to do when you're a kid is go to the Herbert Hoover Presidential Library.
Oh, okay.
And, it's amazing, because he was president in the 20s and 30s, which meant he grew up much earlier than that. And it's just amazing to look at what they would call fancy.
Yes.
That by today's standards was pretty primitive.
Yeah.
With that, I was watching a video clip. I don't know where it came from, and they were talking about what was life like in the 1800s. And they said, well, you once a week you got a bath whether you needed it or not.
Right.
With soap that Mom made.
Yes. Yeah. No, the way that they lived, and then the evolution of, like, from bathing tubs to what is the shower. Yeah. Like, even having that, as a luxury that you had. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. What was another thing? Oh,
indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing. They were going to have, if you were going to have people over for a family or a gathering, then you went ahead and got the good candles out.
Yes.
And you didn't worry about, you let the good candles burn. And again, it was something you probably made or Mom probably made,
How they heated beds, they had, like, a pan that they would put in between, like, their mattress sheets and stuff. And you think, oh, my gosh, please don't catch fire. Yeah. Yeah. And so just to, like, if you had enough money to have that to keep your bed heated in the winter.
It's crazy. Or the butter churn to make butter. And somebody invented one that if you put it in the kitchen, and while you were walking around doing your stuff, you'd smack it, and it would
spin.
rock for a while and do its thing, and then when it settled back down, somebody would come back and
and if you think
again.
Now, like, the little hand butter churn, it's popular again for people to do their own butter. Yeah.
Well, I hope there's not a supply chain shortage on butter. That would be
my goodness,
a big problem. But that's the 1800s. But then you fast forward to the 1920s, and we had motor cars.
Yeah, motor cars started getting popularity. Yeah. Phones. There's a show that I like to watch, and, like, for a while there, the church, especially the Catholic Church, like, the phone line was evil. Like, you wouldn't want one of those in your house. Like, that the viewpoint of what a phone was also very, like, interesting. Like, modern technology, like, every so often gets, like, a pushback, like, oh, it's the devil. And so they were very, very big on don't use the phone.
Don't use the phone. Well, we all know that the devil has left the phone.
Yes.
And he's now running the internet.
Very obviously so, though, if you're going to be honest. That one I can justify. Like, you have so much stuff with the internet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's just crazy, because let's see, cost of food, 1920s. This will blow people away, especially
Right.
in
Well,
light
like you could go to stuff and pay a nickel for whatever.
Yeah. Let's see, bacon, a pound of bacon in 1920 was 52 cents. Coffee, a pound of coffee was 47 cents.
Cents. Not dollars, cents.
Yeah, cents, that's right. Pure lard, 5 pounds of pure lard, $1.20. And you had to have the lard to do that. Round beef steaks, a pound. So if Kelly's going to come over and make some round beef steaks
in the 20s.
In New York, in 1929, it was 51 cents.
Oh my goodness.
A pound.
Yeah, no, definitely not today.
Let's see, watermelon, 2 cents a pound. Sugar was 35 cents for 5 pounds. Lettuce, 3 heads, 25 cents. Isn't this crazy? Prunes.
Yes. Prunes.
3 cents a pound.
There you go. Those are important. They keep regular.
Fancy lake trout.
Fancy
Lake trout. 22 cents a pound.
The scandal.
Cornmeal, 6 cents a pound in 1929 in Los Angeles. It was 7 cents a pound in New York for the cornmeal in 1925. We mentioned the coffee. Eggs, 55 cents a dozen.
Yes.
And it's codfish, 29 cents a pound.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's, you didn't need much to live, but then people didn't have much.
No.
You know, they're just, let's see, 20s refrigerator was $29.98. That can't be right. But, yeah, things have changed, that's for sure.
Yes.
And so bone up on your 1920s
trivia. Yeah, whatever it might be. Yeah. Movie trivia, because it's going to be pop culture. So you could probably Google some pop culture 1920s and get a really good idea if you're already not an aficionado of.
That's right. Housing and land prices. Average value of mortgaged homes, 1920. Let's just see, because this will make people
depressed.
Yes. Let's see if the answer comes up here or if I've been sucked into another wormhole. Detailed tables. Okay, average value of each mortgaged home, 1920 in New England was $5,430.
Ugh, okay.
That was the average debt on each mortgaged home in let's see, we'll call it the mountain region of the U.S. So in 1920, average debt on each mortgaged home was $1,561.
Wow.
Average annual interest charged was 10.7%. So we're getting back there.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for real.
Let's see, here's New Mexico. In 1920, an average value of a mortgaged home in New Mexico in 1920 was $3,310.
Well, we should end on a happy note.
Yeah.
Tonight is family bingo.
That's right.
Come out with your family. $55 for 3 to 5 family members.
Okay.
And then we have trivia night. Okay, which is $55 for a 4-person team. So get 4 friends and split $55. That's nothing. And then the murder mystery brunch, we end with that, and the silent auction is still going.
Yep.
So stop by and see us. And then if you are thinking about things for your kids, next week, Wednesday, is our last Art and Science for this month, because the last week of the month we have Missoula.
That's right.
The Children's Theater. So if you haven't signed your kiddo up for Missoula, do so.
Johnny Appleseed, right?
Johnny Appleseed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to drop apples on kids' heads?
Shh. They won't bring them if we tell them that.
I'm just kidding, folks. I'm just kidding. That's
and they get a
not gonna
T-shirt
happen.
too, and then they'll have 2 performances. So if you're like, oh, we can't do the day, or family members, you have to split up family so that everyone gets a chance. There are 2 performances on the Saturday, and it's going to be great fun. They're very excited to come and be here.
All right. Check it out, artesiaartscouncil.com.
Yes.
You're on the Facebooks. And get your tickets and come out, because you got this all sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, something to do,
There you go.
Yeah.
Candace, anything else?
Nope, that's it, Gene. Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm just pondering that $3,000